went to the... Oh no, they were getting attacked by the fire dude at the hipster place.
True.
We, as what is it? Teddy went down. The fire dude was coming near. Benny was getting ready to juke him up, but then he had to make a decision to help out Teddy or go help out Lucas. And then your boy showed up, making sure no one puts baby in a corner. And I started kind of helping out Luke so Benny could help out Teddy, while Addie's up in there with the Blitty, up in the fucking trees. And then we kind of tangle with him. We got him taken care of. Then fucking bitch girl shows up, starts mind raping us. And then Atticus is like, bop, bop to her leg. She can't walk. And I'm all brain controlled. I was going to protect her anyway. But this time I'm protecting her super hard. To the point where I just let her get the fuck away. Then Atticus comes up and is like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, put this fire out. And then as we get away, I'm like, wait, why did I do that? That charm was real strong. We try to heal Teddy after we all catch up on what the fuck happened in the session before when we split up. I try to heal Teddy. Instead, I get popped up into a fucking talk show with the bastard. And reveals some bad stuff. And I didn't realize everyone could see it. And then by the time I realized everyone could see it, two of them left out there to go talk. And then as they talk, kind of get on edge, not too nice. Teddy comes out. I go out there to talk with your boy. Your boy's like, hey, don't worry. I can make sure you don't really get mind raped again because I'll mind rape you first. And I'm like, okay! And I spend a little bit of time out there wishing for a different life. Come inside. We bail on Dave because we're like, yo, shit's kind of hitting the fan. We need you to watch the dude that's locked up in the toilet. We go to the nice area of town where we think what's his face is at, where the broadcasting is at. On our way in there, your boy Benny does what Benny do, gets captured by himself. The rest of us start going through. Addie's starting to think about going off on his own, but he kind of does that weird thing. He's like, all right, I'll go ahead. And we all kind of meet up anyway. And he's like, oh, okay. And so he goes upstairs on the banister with Lucas. He goes up the lettuce to make the salad. Me and Teddy are about to go in the cellar, but then we look and find the broadcasting signal. Teddy goes take the broadcasting signal. While they're doing that, they get zapped. Fucking baked. Like a stoner making cookies. Then I go down
in my house right now.
Hey, cookie. Then I go down the cellar. I notice the broadcasting thing as it turns on. I'm like, oh, I'm out of here because I can't fucking fight peeps. As people are coming downstairs, I yeet out. Lucas betrays Addie to Addie's non-surprise.
Biggest non-surprise.
They fight after a bit.
Give him some credit.
What happened? What?
I was commenting on the Lucas thing.
Oh yeah, Lucas did a great job.
That was Maddie. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't drop. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Lucas did a fucking A1 job.
Yeah, no, I was totally fine with the Lucas thing. Atticus was totally on his case, though.
I don't actually care. Continue. It was just being funny.
Then they tussle. I check on, or no, I go up there. I'm kind of confused with what the fuck's going on because I'm trying to get the spirit box thing because I found out where it's at. I see the scene of them fighting, and I don't know what the fuck's going on because brainwash. They try to convince me that the other one's brainwashed, and I'm like, and not Addie doesn't really try to press me too hard, Addy doesn't care too much about it. Where Lucas is like, I can use this. And instead of trying to really take advantage of me, he's like, hey, why don't you go check on your friend Teddy while I definitely don't try to stab your friend. I go out there, check on my friend Teddy. Teddy's a little chill. Addy and Lucas kind of have a bit of a tussle. Addy runs downstairs to the basement. Then while he's kind of dealing with peeps, Lucas goes out and he's kind of talking to us as we're about to go up there. He's lying. Teddy can read that shit. I start getting sus. He says a couple of not very good things, so I get on edge. We go up there. We go downstairs. As we're trying to get down to the bottom, where Benny is now being kept, Lucas and Atticus, I believe, are already in there. Me and Teddy are branched off from the stairs by some cultists. Addie's dealing with Lucas and Benny and cultists while we fight off a couple of cultists. We get down there and we're all kind of on edge trying to figure what the fuck's going on, but we're kind of dealing with shit and we gotta go inside the TV. We go inside the TV. We go in there and shit's weird. I attack the dude, nothing happens. But then I hit a fucking pie out of anger and the shit bleeds. Then Jukebox starts playing, shooting records at us while a car drives off. Addy goes out there, is about to shoot a kid. Instead shoots the fucking walk dude. Shit fucks up. We kind of go like that a little bit again until we shoot the goddamn moon. Then, because fuck the moon. Then we get out of it. Everyone's knocked out besides me. I'm pretty fucked up. And Lucas is trying to yeet out. I try my best to kind of deal with them, not trying to be too being confrontational, but not physically confrontational. And I get beated. And as I'm going out, I drag the boys, and then we all pass out in the woods, and then we leave. And we make a post about how we made a video for the podcast, but since we were in an area that had no service, we couldn't get it.
Corrupted. All the files corrupted. Yeah. Audio corrupted.
Made us big sad. But we also, just for me to remember, we found out about the fucking Sunshine Motels and how they're weird.
Yes, you did. You also, what was it? One of the things you found out on another scale, is that your friend Lucas is working with somebody, and also one of the sheriff in the town had the strange tattoo.
Yeah, Bunny.
Yeah.
Yee. I think that's kind of everything for that session.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty summarized. Maddie's computer's fucked up.
I'll let him go check.
Yeah, so we can get that figured out and then we can start. I have a few questions for peeps.
If the browser version of Discord doesn't work for them, we could try Roll20's built in.
Yeah, if we want to try it, I'm down to try it. If that's the issue, I have no problem.
Because it seems like Discord might be the problem for them.
Yeah, I mean, Discord's... It makes sense. Discord's just been more overloaded since... Anyway. So it just gets worse and worse.
It takes a long time for it to load up, even for me.
Yeah, I know. I almost said Corona. Discord sucks. Corona also sucks. But Discord pisses me off recently, too. I have to quit it. I had to make it to where I don't have it on startup anymore because it slowed my computer startup down so bad.
My computer sounds like it's taking off if I have anything other than what's necessary on startup.
Yeah, I realized that too. I probably should have done it way before, but I never... My computer fucking does shit whenever I get updates, and it just resets things.
I hate that Windows just does updates so much, and it doesn't even let you choose whether or not you can download it. It just says, hey, we're going to download this. You have no choice.
Yeah. It's ridiculous and frustrating.
It uses so much of my data, and it slows down my computer so bad. I'll be like, what? I had like 20 gigs left. What happened? 5 updates, bitch.
Here, you want to try and turn on the Roll20 thing and see if we can get it to work?
We could try it, yeah.
Turn it on my side. I'll go and mute my Discord.
Yeah, same. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Small. It looks like it's going through. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, shit. Okay, nice. Yeah, you should just go to the settings, make sure the audio input is correct, and then go to just voice only. You'll have to reconnect nonetheless. Blah. Oh boy.
5th level.
Pretty much, yeah. I have Cold Steel. You remember fucking Cold Steel back in the day? There was a fucking spell where you could make your beard Cold Steel.
That's amazing.
Fucking D&D was stupid.
What if he didn't
I
have
think
a
that
beard?
was second.
I'm not surprised.
That was some big dumb.
Strange time.
Cat Sing's trying to see if he got no beard.
I love you, Jared. You're quiet again.
No, I was leaning away.
No,
That's
you're
why.
quiet.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Sometimes when I'm quiet, I'm doing it on purpose because I just want to say something funny without.
I just want to make sure that I never ignore you in ever. Okay.
No, you
I-
good. You
yeah, like,
good.
I'm bad hearing. So just message if you're saying things and I don't hear it.
You good. You...
So what I'm hearing is we should ignore him.
We could ignore you.
No!
You could.
Please don't. I'm so sensitive.
Or do I want to be
Stop-
able to heal
stop dishing
faster?
it.
No, I can dish whatever I want.
I'm gonna say
I
just
love
because
raviolis.
you're a little bit of a tank, Trevor. I would say heal
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because you do like end up protecting
And get the shit
even just
knocked out of
Benny a lot. You get a lot of damage.
Alright, you heal faster than normal people. Anytime your harm gets healed, heal an extra point. Additionally, your wounds count as 1 harm less for the purpose of Keeper's harm moves.
Hey.
Fuck you.
You see,
I can't
that's a
make
good
you
sign.
pass out. Fuck you.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Go. What is it, the SpongeBob meme whenever they're writing notes? Good, good, write that down, write that down!
I love. There's 3 games that happen when we play a game. There's the story that we're playing. There's the game mechanics that are happening, and then there's the subtle thing where me and the rest of the group are all getting system mastery as we play and fucking each other up.
It's the fun stuff.
All right, so with that summary we got a little bit ago, but it's still fresh in our minds. I'm sure the game's still fresh in our minds in general.
Yeah.
You guys completed your mission, but in the process of returning it, there was a failure. So my question is, this mission was not a joint mission, as opposed to the first mission you did. This wasn't a joint mission that you were doing with Monarch. Like the Order of Adia and Monarch weren't working together. This was a mission from the Order of Adia directly. So my question is, who do you usually communicate with when you like last time it was a little bit unorthodox, right? You got your fucking
Mm-hmm.
and that's not usually how things go. Who do you
Yeah.
usually report to in the Order of Adia?
My parents. They're
Directly to your parents?
yeah, they're the highest in this this side of the state.
The sect. Yeah, the sect,
Yeah.
your current sect, not the entire order.
Yeah, yeah. They're very high in this area. I think that's why my dude was able to get such heavy training, was because they were so high up.
That is what I thought. So
I don't like them.
do you
Or maybe
have
maybe we could do like an uncle or something.
it's up to you. That's why I'm asking you. Is there someone that you have like a caretaker that specifically deals with you on your missions? Like probably the person that if people need a context in the show for why the fuck you guys have the backup you have on this is probably the person that went to bat for you for this little field trip thing you're doing for the summer to
Age
hunt
of Cross.
monsters and also go across the country with your friends. So if you want it to be your parents, it can be your parents. If you want to make someone up, we can make some up because you don't even have your parents made up yet. So
Yeah, we can go with my parents. That way we have to see them because they're really fucked up. Well, to my character.
So then I need from you, who's your mom and dad? I need some names.
So my mom is Mayflower Hancock.
Okay. I feel like you
And
can make a joke out of that.
yep.
She puts what in her hand
I
when she
am a
touches your
joke.
cock?
And my dad legally doesn't have, legally his name is Damien Hancock. No, I've already used Damien before. It is Richard Hancock. Dick.
Hancock. Got it. Or Rick Hancock.
And
Still
he
better than Richard Rider.
technically was. It's a false identity. He doesn't actually like exist type thing. He was born off the grid for purely.
Assassino.
Yeah.
Born
that
on a
thing.
communes kind of thing.
Yep. He was to be kind of like whenever he was just would be a really good spy. But so they're like, all right, so you're gonna be like I think his father or his grandfather was like the head of the monster hunter side of things. And so they're like, all right, well my grandson's gonna be the fucking best there is. So he's gonna have no limitations. From birth he's gonna be trained with this shit. Let's get him born off like the grid. And then we can just illegally have him indoctrinated as a citizen anywhere. So he has like 500 fake identities.
Oh damn! All right, so his father wishes grandfather. Is he still the head of it, or is your dad the head of it now?
My dad's not the head of it. I think my grandfather is. Or actually, no, I think my grandfather's high up, but my family no longer has a head on that side. I think someone else took over after my great grandfather.
So someone else
What
is in charge of the monster hunting, like
Yeah,
faction. Okay.
yeah, they're like the head of it.
What is with us and grandfathers?
Great grandfather.
Family legacies. Legacies matter.
Yeah.
Grandfather trained.
Initiate's definitely the legacy. To
It's just
Max.
pressure from old people.
The
Yup.
ultimate hunter with no attachments, able to be planted anywhere. A Mr. Everyman.
Yep, I think my parents have a loveless marriage where they kind of are together just to kind of make me. They both believe in the same goal, but other than that, that's kind of it.
For a second, I thought you were talking about your
So-
actual parents.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Jesus. Your father is callous, methodical,
Yep.
and rigid.
Yeah. Never see him smile. Never see him flinch. Bug
And then
lands
your-
on his eyeballs, doesn't blink.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you're talking about your dad at this point.
No love between them. Their marriage was purely political.
Yep. My dad's dad. So yeah, grandfather.
See,
My-
this is more like what they tried to do with All Father and Mother Superior, but they actually fell in love.
Yeah, where it's like, all right, we're just doing this for like power. This is a pure power marriage. Yeah, where my someone on my mom's side was like, yo, or no, I think my mom actually believes in uniting the fronts, like having both of them come together. Where my grandfather on my dad's side, he's just like, hey, so you're going to marry this girl, so whenever you give birth, that dude's going to be the perfect weapon. He's going to have your genetics, and then he's going to be able to cast magic.
Yeah, basically, your father did what pulled a Frigga. It was just like, I want Baldur. So I want that magic in my son. So I'm gonna take your magic because I don't have any control over it, and then make a son so I can be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name from My Hero Academia?
Todoroki?
Endeavor.
His dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Todoroki.
Endeavor.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I am
married
icy hot.
the factions. What was your mother? What's your mother like?
My mother is very hippy dippy. She's very smart and conniving, but comes off as gullible and free loving and peaceful. But she's very conniving and smart manipulative under the scenes.
Seemingly
She's the one that does the like bestseller of like magic and stuff, but she does it so out in the open that no one believes. She's the where I got the idea for hey, we could just blatantly have this out there.
Yeah.
Because
She's
the
a
more,
Gwyneth Paltrow type.
yep.
Oh god, she's goop.
Yeah.
Goop.
Is she that
Spells.
evil?
I don't know if she's that evil, but I know that she's a type. That type of person kind of sums up what he's saying. Very open and cunning.
If there was actually stuff to what, like, if there was actual hard truth to all the weird things Gwyneth Paltrow talks about, that would be my mom, where she talks about it so openly and in such a weird way where you're like, there's no way that's fucking real. But the fact that she's doing that is making you not think that is real. So I have a dad that's like, nope, you're going to do this and you're going to keep doing this till you break. And then my mom's just over there fucking manipulating and breaking me. My dad breaks my body, my mom breaks my mind.
So your dad's a Republican and your mom's a Democrat.
Yup,
Oh
the
my
worst of
God.
both sides.
What's the Rainier friendliness?
But my mom actually believes in the goal of uniting both. So she's kind of the lesser of both evils, where my dad's just a fucking puppet. My dad wants me to be what he is to his father, but I am not.
Monsters. Spirits. To a confidence that people just believe. It is a little wacky. I imagine she looks kind of like Phoebe from
Yes. Yeah.
Lisa Kudrow is a good touchstone for her. All right, so Richard Hancock and Mayflower Hancock. All right, so they when they talk to you together, or is it like one you report to one specifically usually?
Depends what the matter's about. Since it's fractionalized, there's a lot of politics. They both want me to come to them together, but the higher ups are still fractionalized. No matter how well they are together, they're still part of the sect, and the sect's fractionalized. So they're like, no, this actually has to do with magic shit. So no, we're taking this one. No, actually, he defeated a monster, so it's actually on the monster hunter side of things.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
But my parents want me to come to both of them together when they can, but they got it split. Or yeah, the higher ups if they're getting wind.
Okay, I think I got enough to work with.
Yeah. I like to picture my mom as the anime type villain where she always has those smiley eyes and then she says something and you see her eyes just barely open as she gives you that sneer and you're like, oh my god, you just said the most evil thing out in public and no one believes you.
Yeah, Constance Veal. That's her name, Brooks.
Oh no! But, dude,
Oh.
that is such an intimidating character. She
I
does
know.
nothing and has a briefcase and we're all fucking shitting our pants.
Me and Brooks were trying to remember her fucking name for so long because I don't have it in the.
For real, we were just like, we know, but we don't.
And you just described that made me think of that.
I have that written down because of the backstory I had for Flame Tongue.
Perfect. Awesome. I'm glad you do because I just hadn't done it yet. But I was thinking about Mass Stuff the other day. Anyway, that's gone. That's in the back of my mind now.
Mass is badass.
So cool. Then I think I'm good, and I think we're good to go. So is everybody ready? Is everybody here?
Yeah.
Jared
Yep.
BRB.
Oh,
Unless he's
well,
back.
When Jared gets back, we'll start
Yep.
then. But we're gonna pick up on immediately after, like the fallout a little bit of last mystery, and then we're gonna jump cut to like a week later or whatever, and that's where we're gonna pick up the like new mystery. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of fallout from the last one involving Wish getting a discussion from his parents.
no.
And I just want to do anything in that vein before we jump to the future, set things up, yada yada yada. Give a reaction shot of how your character feels after you find out what happened. Have any conversations you want to have with each other in that moment.
My dog has plenty of words.
Oh.
Okay, they're not words if he's just repeating himself. God.
Sing your song, young child.
My people need me.
Yes, go.
So cute.
Be free.
Alright, for sorry, I'm stretching. So you've said for like our characters just like say anything? Is this whenever like we initially wake up afterwards, everything that happened, or is this like a little time?
This is
Pass.
I'm gonna give you guys the option of it being like right after the scene where everybody's wrapped up in blankets in the back of ambulances or whatever. So like the people are like clearing out the scene, kind of a thing where you guys can just
Oh, yeah.
talk, or it could be like you guys a little bit away, like outside of away from other people too. It depends on what you want. I'm gonna give you guys like each a scene to have, just because I didn't want to take that away from you. If you wanted to do something when it's still fresh, versus like skipping a week ahead and seeing how your characters
Yeah.
have changed on it.
Yeah. Thanks. For the scene that I want to do, it doesn't have to do with any other characters. Um, it's more of less Teddy contacting Atticus's mom again to get more information
You
about him.
sick fuck.
Well, is that something you
I'm
would do
sorry.
right when you woke up, or is that something you do
I
in the
think like
time between?
in the time between.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like in the time between. Teddy would probably do that because like all that shit that happened. There's things that's happening with you, Atticus, and you're not talking to Teddy, and Teddy doesn't know how to open up and reach out.
That doesn't justify what you've
I
already
mean,
been
yeah,
doing.
no,
But
it
yeah,
doesn't.
I get where
Use
you're coming
Teddy.
from.
Teddy's hot garbage, but also I'm explaining why Teddy's doing it.
Oh no, I know why Teddy's doing it. You're still a sick fuck.
Garbage had purpose once.
Garbage idea.
Oh no, you're so mean.
Garbage still have purpose to Gabo, why I love you.
Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Gabo.
Jared's back.
I'm tripped. Oh, Jared, you're back.
Were you
ready
guys
to
waiting
go?
on me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
Yes, you
Oh,
stupid
okay.
bitch.
It's okay. I came back right after
Okay.
you did the
It's-
BRB, so it wasn't
It's
your
been
fault.
3 hours.
Shut up. You're the one who took so long. We're gonna be here at
Ooh,
maybe 6.
got him.
Damn.
Yeah, just get a better
Oh,
computer.
now I'm gonna
Goddamn.
cry.
God, no,
Well,
Trevor
you
doesn't
buy
get
me
any
one,
time to
bitch.
wind down after. No, fuck him. He has to immediately play a character.
Let's go.
Anyway, so we're gonna jump. Like I said, we're gonna jump into the back. The last. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys the option if you wanna have a scene at the end of the last mystery. Basically, after you guys all wake up, if you wanna have a scene with somebody or talk to somebody, all of you guys just like reactions of finding out what happened, and then we're gonna jump a week ahead to like present day or whatever.
Okay.
So, if I'll go ahead. Did you guys want to? Would you guys rather have this like outside of like the house with like I said, people wrapped in blankets by the ambulances and shit being checked up on, making sure everybody's okay, and then have a discussion or anybody talk? Or do we want to just have you guys all be separate, maybe back by the camper, away from everything?
Probably back by the camper, because those are probably still cultists.
Fair.
That might
Yeah, but they
us
shouldn't
then,
work in their head anymore, right?
Maybe.
But a certain amount of people know what they were doing, and some don't know what they were
Exactly
doing.
what a cultist would say.
Listen,
We're not
I'm
cultists.
not a cultist. If I'm a cultist, I'm a cultist of myself.
I'm
I
not
believe
a
in me.
cultist. I'm just a fanatic, a zealot, some might say.
So then yeah, so maybe it's a little bit outside of town. Like maybe you guys are
Our slow walk back to the camper or to the RV.
yeah, your camper works. Your RV camper attached to the back of Benny's wonderful convertible.
Right.
Duct
Oh,
tape,
that's
I mean,
right.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we do, we get like I think what we get is maybe it's you had the camper a little bit parked outside of where y'all were, the complex you were. So we get like a shot of you guys kind of like walking down the street, all kind of like lined up in your various states of being fucked up or like cleaned up, depending on what you would do immediately after. And yeah, probably you guys didn't have anybody with you. You didn't have like Doug or anybody with you. So Fucking, my house is really loud right now, guys. I'm trying my best to focus.
You're
Oh,
good.
you're good. After what I heard earlier,
Um,
I believe it.
yeah, this is my life. Um, what's it called? So yeah, that kind of we kind of open on that. That's if that's any seeing that anybody wants to have in there, because I'm gonna pull our boy away in a second to do a yell at.
Yay!
But yeah, so what's everybody's reactions as like maybe you guys just as we kind of like pick up on that? What's everybody's faces look like? Whoever wants to go can go.
So is the knowledge that he was bad now public knowledge?
Basically, yeah, I'm Wish has told you. You guys have gotten a little patched up by the ambulance. Going back to like fucking sit back at the car and figure out what you're gonna fucking do next.
Okay.
Wish hasn't even contacted his like order yet about everything.
Yeah. So what is he told me that he was going back there, but I'm pretty sure he isn't. So I was like, he says he is, but I'm just about to call. So I would have told you guys. Probably did the bad. We might have lost it to him. He said that he's gonna take it back. Pretty sure he was lying and something's up.
I mean, you look at the fucking burn scar on your stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. He was really adamant not wanting people around him whenever he took the thing back there.
Dumb.
Sorry. Just
See
complete
Teddy.
silence. Dumb.
Dumb.
And then just more silence.
Oh man, we are.
Yeah, I mean, honestly is everybody kind of like
Yeah, if we're at the car at this point, Benny would just be like working on his car, making sure everything's good in silence.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like kind of like a silent walk up to like as you guys approach the car, Benny kind of goes up to the front, starts messing with it, making sure it's okay. Remembering that Lucas did Lucas drive your car?
Lucas did drive my car at one point.
Yeah, remembering that Lucas drove your car. He's violated it.
Yeah, if you guys can hear him like angrily screwing things and like kind of hitting things to jostle them free. Just go to the front and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he's just kicking the fender constantly.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, and Benny, like, what was it? You're a little roughed up from like the being thrown around and like grabbing and like captured shit. So your clothes are a little dirty, and we also see. I'd probably Atticus. You don't wear like crazy overt, do you?
No, he it's very subtle.
So Atticus, you kind of look similar, but you're just probably like a little disheveled, like not usual. You.
Mhm.
And then what we see, I think, probably have taken off. You, um, Wish, as you're like walking back with your weapons.
Yo. Oh, he is defeated as fuck.
And Teddy, what is Teddy's reaction to all this? How is Teddy?
Teddy is just like that fucking meme of like aliens. Oh, just kind of
Your
like,
like eyes going back and forth, like just thinking about all the things.
oh yeah, think about everything and also the shit that's going on with Atticus. Just kind of looking over at Atticus, like, say something? Should I not? Like, does other people know? What does this mean? Writing down notes on their hands because they can't get their phone out to write notes down.
Yo, yeah, and as you guys are um probably wish you go into the back and you change you're out of your armor. Um and as you as you kind of like go up into the RV and we see you kind of like taking off the armor, we see the other three of your crew kind of Benny fixing things up. Atticus, what do you do? Are you like standing by the car?
Yeah, he's standing by the car, kind of leaning on it. He's looking up to the sky, wondering, thinking.
Exactly what I thought. Nice. That sounds like an Atticus thing. Contemplation.
Improve. Trying to. He's basically like replaying the fight in his head, seeing what he could have done right.
Could have
Nice.
shot the
So,
moon faster.
we see Teddy probably already hopping in the back of the car, ready to get their technology
100%.
back.
100%. Like poking their
Move it,
head out of the fucking
fuckers!
window. Poking their head out of the window. It's like, let's leave this dump.
Yeah. And as we kind of see that, we get that perspective from Wish as Wish kind of like closes the behind him and goes up the steps and then turns, and we see like where like just a couple hours ago, or an hour ago almost, you were getting ready with Lucas right here, and you kind of like sit there for a moment, letting that sink in as you start taking off the armor. And while that's happening, you get contacted. I don't know how you'd be contacted by your parents.
A one-eyed crow.
All right, then you'd hear a peck at the window,
I'd turn.
and then as you kind of like look and you see through the blinds, you see one of the eye kind of like glimmer off no light.
He sighs. So I think the crow would be a catalyst to perform a out of body type ritual thing that you
Like a
kind.
projection.
Yeah, like you kind of go to like this dark room where only you and the other people doing the ritual at the time are like in this dark room where all your
Alright.
senses are cut off besides there.
Cool.
So I roll down the window. I kind of have the bird land on my arm as I do the ritual, and then I like go in like a meditative stance or pose.
All right, is a ritual kind of just a chance and trance in a trance kind of a thing?
Yeah, like I'm just kind of sitting there, and you just kind of hear a slight.
You hear like a similar kind of like, not the same exact things you're saying, but like a similar intonation and language from the crow, kind of mimicking and
Yeah.
completing the ritual. As you open, as you finish the calling ritual, one of your eyes, both of your eyes open, but one of them has the same crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you as you open your eyes, you're standing in what kind of looks um like a Central Park kind of area, almost like the nice place before you enter into a cemetery, right? So it has like a bunch of black old dead trees, stone walls, but it's not brutish. It's not like garish. It's like calming, kind of like a garden looking kind of area. There's like a bunch of benches around. Um, and instead of where you would see like a fountain in the middle of this statue commemorating whoever this grave was after or whatever that might be, instead you see like an arcane circle. And there's just kind of sitting there, nothing in here. It's like black, different tones of like black and gray, not any other colors except for um, in the circle, you can kind of see the reflection of where you are. Um, so as you kind of like appear in the circle, you see standing. One of them is standing, the other one is sitting at a bench. You see both of your parents. Um, your father, um, he doesn't really live in the real world. He kind of lives with Adia. So does he dress to the real world, or does he more dress in the old kind of clothes?
He only dresses in the real world clothes if he has to make appearances. Otherwise, he's always like ready to fight, so he's always in his getup.
All right, so he's currently in a get up. Then he has kind of like a long trench coat, but it's more like those kind of like cavalry battle cloaks kind of a thing. Um, and it has a collar that kind of comes up right to the sides of his kind of jaw. Um, very, very uniform all the way around. He doesn't have any weapons on him, but it's currently buttoned up the front, and he, as always, it doubles as kind of like his formal wear, but armor. And then he has similar um, light armored kind of pants like greaves, and then he's wearing very fine boots. And Wish, you have short hair. You have short hair or long hair?
He has short hair. His like sides are really low, and then he has kind of that little hair fluff in the front and top.
Okay, I think your father has not long hair, but his hair kind of is windswept back.
Yeah.
And very easy to put down, but also kind of stylized to have a certain air of importance. And then we see like almost not identical, but like you are almost a spitting image of your father. As we kind of see his eyes are set similar to yours. Um, except his jaw kind of comes down to more of a like a stronger jaw than you.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any facial hair or anything like that. But you can see all the way up to his monster hunters. They don't have tattoos, right?
No, that's the fortune teller people. But you
So-
don't have to have the tattoos on you if you have like the pieces of paper. So my mom might have like a spell book or something if she doesn't have tattoos.
Okay. Your father doesn't wear any skin except for the one that he got when he married your mother, which is seen basically. It almost looks like priest garb, but it's loosened enough to where it's like a V in the front of his neck, but you can see a symbol from your mother's like family seal side, kind of right there.
Oh.
Um, and that's the only like taint is what he calls it on his skin.